So there's a thing called choice. We all know what choice is. You have a choice to do something. And when we have a choice in doing something, we feel better about what we're doing. We don't feel like we're being forced or coerced into it. All animals like to have choice. Dogs are no exception. So what choice means is that several things. He may decide not to touch this little bag of food that's laying here right beside him, or not to touch that tug toy or bone because I have invited him to take it. He may not steal my steak off the barbecue. He may not steal my lunch off of the coffee table, or anything else that dogs might have a tendency to want to grab and eat or run away with or otherwise, destroy. So when we're teaching choice, what we're teaching right now is this self-control. And the dog just learns, if I just lay here quietly, don't exert any energy whatsoever, they're going to give it to me. They're eating an ice cream cone, I always got the little thing at the bottom. Don't sweat it, it'll come. So that's the type of self-control that we want. It also extends to other stuff. You have a dog that goes on a walk and you see garbage lying there, a Tim Hortons cup, a half-eaten hamburger, whatever it might be. And dogs are scavengers, dogs are scroungers. These things smell good, so they may want to try and get them. And so, we don't want to be constantly saying, leave it, don't touch, leave it, no, as the dog is diving here, there, and everywhere. We want to be able to just walk, and the dog just looks, oh, look, there's some Tim Hortons cup, blah, 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 and keep on walking. And so to teach choice does take time to cover all the bases. So what we're going to see here is the very beginnings of choice, where I'm actually just using kibble. So the dog gains confidence because he knows what's happening, is that I don't have to worry about it because I'll get what I want in the end. This is a resource. All we ever do is protect the resource. We don't say, no, don't touch it, leave it, stop. We don't pull it away from him. If it's the toy, we don't yank it away from him. We always leave it where the dog can easily see it. Now, Quincy knows his choice, so he doesn't try to get this. So a dog that doesn't know any better might be trying to dive for my open hand. This is the resource that's exposed. Take it. Good boy. Lie down, please. Good boy. Up. So the hand always stays open with the food on it. It stays right at the dog's level. He might be standing there, he might be sitting, he might be choosing to lie down, doesn't matter. It stays right in front of his face. If he tries to dive for it, we close our hand. The instant he starts to back away, we open our hand. So it can look like this for a few times until the dog finally stops. We will take that very short stop and we will say, mark the behavior, take it, and give it to the dog. We mark the behavior with our marker or clicker so that the dog knows that what he did was a good thing to do. And then we add the word take it, so that he knows he can have it now. So until he hears his magic word, he's not going to touch that. Take it. Take it. It's okay, take it. Quincy sometimes thinks that I'm going to pull a fast one on him. Take it. Good boy. So when you're doing choice, the dog is allowed to look at it. He may choose to look at you, he may choose to look at that. And that's okay, but he's not allowed to dive for it. And we discourage it by simply not allowing him to have what he's diving for. The rest of the time it is exposed. If he's standing here and thinks, oh, if I sit, then they give me something, that can pull his head away. That doesn't count because I'm not teaching a sit. I want to make sure he understands there's a difference. What I do if he does that, I bring my hand closer to him again. And I wait. If he starts this again, we'll wait. And if he stops, then I can pick it up and give it to him. He may decide I need to lie down, because that works too. So then I lower my hand again right in front of his face. So when I'm doing choice, the object is always there, right close, right in front of his face. Again, he may decide to lunge. This is not rewarded, even though it pulled his head away from my hand, because again, I'm not teaching down. I'm teaching don't touch this. So when he has paused a moment and won't try to grab the stuff, whether it's on the floor or not, then Mark, take it. Okay? So in choice, he is never allowed to pick it up himself. You will always give it to him. Take it is his cue that he can take what you are offering. Little kid walking along with that hot dog in his hand, unless it says take it, the dog will not touch that hot dog. On the floor, same thing. Now we need to protect the resource. Every time you change the picture, the dog thinks, well, this is different, so it doesn't count. And so we may put it on the floor and cover it with our hand if he tries to go for it. And then when he backs away, uncover it. It's just the same as this behavior. It's just I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and then I'm doing this, and he stays backed away. Mark, take it. Good boy. So you can start out like this with just kibble, dry treats. You can put it on a coffee table, on your lap, on the floor, in your hand, in both hands, so that they understand it doesn't matter which hand it's in. And you can work at it like that, take it. Then you can progress to something a bit more enticing. Well, that kind of changes the rules again, and you might find the dog dives for it again. We just go right back to this again until he stays away. Mark, take it. And so we're working up the hierarchy of, oh, this is okay, to, oh my God, that is so wonderful. You also have to change your location. You change it from your lap to the coffee table, you change it to a different room, you change it to outside. Every change, just like in all training, means you're going back to an earlier stage in training to wherever the dog can be successful, because they won't realize that it's the same rules, and so you just keep working on that and building it up, until you have a dog that can walk past anything. That is part 2 of the choice training, showing how to teach them to walk past stuff.